So, Carl, the 2024 Championship season, we had one target, survive. We've done that fairly comfortably in the end. How do you reflect on this season?
Listen, I'm over the moon. I think everyone should be happy. We had the one target, and that was survival. I think we've done remarkably well, a bit better than survival. The boys were gutted not to make playoffs. But listen, let's be realistic. When I sat down with all the players at the start of the year, the survival was the main target. We achieved that. We weren't safe 4 or 5 games to go. So it was a tough league. We've learned a lot about the Championship. I think our boys learned how to play Championship rugby just a little bit too late. If we'd got to grips with it a little bit earlier, I think we could have maybe snuck in those playoffs. But as a club, we should be immensely proud. I'm very proud of the players. The group have been great. Obviously, we're going to lose some, but we need to go up again. So that happens every year. I know everyone would like to keep everyone, but that can't happen. So we now finish the season on the weekend. We dust ourselves down and we look forward to a really good 2025.
Have you got any particular highlights of this season, thinking of maybe the Fev win, the Toulouse win here, under the lights at the Eco Power Stadium, last minute try from Craig Hall? What's your standout moments?
Yeah, probably that Toulouse game. We looked like we had the game won and then we lost it in the last minute or so. Gutting, kick-off, and we go and score from the kick-off to win the game. So that's probably was the highlight for all of us. But I think the boys have been in tremendous form in a lot of the games, and we can all look back and think, if we'd only won that, it doesn't matter. The survival was the key. We've done that. The club's on the up. We're moving forward. We're looking forward. So we just got to go again. Next year we can't talk about survival. We know what Championship's about now. So we need to be looking upwards, not downwards.
You spoke there earlier about the players learning how to play Championship rugby. Is there anything as the club's CEO that you've learned about the return back to Championship? Yeah,
really, really tough league. If you're not on, any team can beat you on a day. We've done really well off the field, I thought. There's a lot of learnings for us off the field. My job's to try and get people in and enjoy the day, and I'll touch on it. I think Josh Riding has done an immense job for us off the field in the community, the future Dons. Just taking that to a whole new level. I think that's our growth continuation plan through that. I think if we can engage with the future Dons, the clubs, the ambassador clubs that he's brought on board, the club's in a good place. And we're very fortunate to have someone like Josh, who came from a strong, community club in Wakefield where he did really well there, and he knows what he's doing. So we leave him to get on with his job, and as a club, we're really proud to have him at our club, and he's doing fantastic things for us.
And moving into 2025, I know we're not quite done with 2024 just yet, still one game to go, but moving into next year, what does it look like? What are the targets? What plans have you got in place to head into 2025?
It's simple. It's the same as this year. We were to survive. We achieved that. Next year we'll look to go in the eight. I know we can't finish any lower than 8th. We've probably over-exceeded our expectation this year. So next year it's to be in the 8 and above, and that's what we'll strive for. But we've got our continuation plan. We'll survival, 8 playoffs. After that, we'll look up. We'll keep looking up. We'll get the players. We know the players we need to bring into the club to strengthen us. We leave all that side to Richard and Plumey. They will bring the players to the club who feel will add to us. But as a whole, the whole place, there's a little buzz around the town, city now. So we just keep moving forward. We've got to be, but we're realists as well. We're not going to try and boom or bust. And everyone who knows me, I'll never put the club at risk for the betterment of what we do on the field. The club always has to come first. We always want the club here. And we just keep trying to improve. You know, the motto is to make our club better every day.
And just finally, touching on the support from the fans this year, the support from the club's partners this year, they've been fantastic right throughout.
Yeah, listen, we had an advisory group, and I sort of thought our average crowd, I sold it a bit short, but you know, we wanted to hit over 1,500 next year, and once I got the stats from the box office and the safety officer, we've already hit over 1,500 this season, which was, it blew me away to tell you the truth. And so a big thank you to the fans for coming out and supporting us. I think if we continue how we are, the crowds will come back. Starting to feel like a little bit when I played years ago, and they weren't too bothered about the scores. We weren't great then, but as long as you give 100% and you give everything you've got, these supporters, they know that, and they'll clap you off. So there's a little bit of a feeling there of the good old times coming back. That's what I want the club to be like. We're all in it together. We can't do it without the fans. But they were immense this year. The players are really engaging with them now as well. So it's all positive, onwards and upwards. You know, we'll try and do some stuff through the off season to include the fans as well. You know, there's a long break between the last game and the first game next year. So we want to keep, you know, sticking together, seeing the faces. So we'll put some events on October, November, December. And hopefully they'll all come along and we'll all stick together and hit the ground running next year, 2025. We really look forward to it. Our sponsors have stuck with us forever. You know, we've got real loyal sponsors. The ones who, you know, they're here. They've been with us from League One. You know, we tend to hold on to them. They don't get too upset when we don't, you know, win. But we understand the importance they play. You know, they're part of the family. You know, this club is one family. And we know them all, we love them, we thank them, and along with the players. And the players that are leaving, you know, we wish them all the best. We thank them for their services for the club. We'll certainly miss them, but they're always welcome back here, always.